Hello, I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. Welcome to another round of street vlogging. And I must admit that a lot of you has joined in the bandwagon again, because I was thinking that where are our supporters? Why are they not watching our videos anymore? But suddenly all of you are returning. I know that because we have not been posting, and we are trying to re-engineer our topics and also to bring you the deeper analysis of what we are talking about. But I will urge you to continue to support us, continue to like, continue to comment, continue to share our videos. As you do these things, I believe that you are helping to promote our homeland and also to waken the sleeping politicians from their slumber, deep slumber, so that the people will be freed from the shackles of unemployment and the shackles of hopelessness that were created by inactive politicians and government officials who doesn't bother about the environment, doesn't bother about anything. They don't think about the well-being of the people, but only for themselves and for their family. And before we introduce our topic today, I am still Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. So what are we going to talk about today? Recently, Peter Obi, the most popular man at the moment in Nigeria, talked about Vietnam exporting and producing and exporting a lot of shoes, that even they made billions of dollars from shoe export, and dwarfing the total amount of oil revenue Nigeria made in the whole year. So only on one sector of the economy. And people has been talking, mouth has been wagging. And recently, I think before the end of last year, 2024, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo went to the shoe production facilities in Nkwele, Kodili-nye. And there, he said he gone to see the challenges they have and how to help them to expand their production facilities and to solve myriad of problems. But almost, I would say 8 months or 7 months on the line, nothing has been done. And you know, he went there after we made some videos concerning this, that if the government or politician want to change the narrative or change our homeland, the power is with them. But because they refuse to use this, that's why we are still wallowing in abject poverty and underdevelopment. So now, I'm going to tell you what you don't know about our homeland. Our homeland has a lot of booming or underperforming small-scale industries that can also rival Vietnam or even produce more. Let me give you an example. Onitsha can actually produce billions of shoes, pairs of shoes. It can produce garment materials and others for local consumption and for exports. But why they can't do these things is because of lack of serious government intervention in the productive sector of the economy. Because productive sector of the economy is capital intensive. What I mean is that the factors of this production, which include power supply, is non-existent. The logistics, the capital they need, the machineries which they need to import from China and other countries, need a lot of money for them to do these things, and the trainings and other things. So it's now left for these poor, small-scale producers to carry everything on their head. And when they seek for loans, the loans are given to them at an exorbitant interest. So this now discourages large-scale production. And there's no guaranteed uptakers from the government, whereas the government has the power to actually induce or force production or increase production level in the state. Let me give you an example. Anambra State has millions of people. Let's say that, let's just use the incorrect Nigerian census, that Anambra State is 10 million people. So 10 million people, if they now demand 2 pairs of shoes every year, it's 20 million pairs of shoes. So who is producing these shoes? Who is sourcing, who is basically producing 20 million pairs of shoes? You see the money there? Do the calculation. 20 million pairs of shoes. I'm talking about if each and every person require only 2 pairs of shoes. You know they don't require 2 pairs of shoes. They need as many. Some people need as many as 10. But let's put 2 pairs of shoes. You can see 20 million pairs of shoes. This is a massive number that can actually induce greater economic activity. So let's now put that people need 2 garments, 2 clothes, 2 garments or 2. So if you calculate the number, you have 20 million garments. So can the state produce 20 million garments? They are not producing that at the moment. So why can't the government look at this? This is not a rocket science. You know, I'm just here roughly without no write-ups or those things, giving you this figure, showing you that the market is there. I'm talking about even the local market in the state alone. I'm not talking about the whole of Nigeria. I'm talking about Anambra State alone. So if the government can actually target the production of shoes alone of between 100 million, giving the money for them to import those facilities, the government can finance it on its own. You know, I mean the facilities, the machineries, and also setting up power plants, power generating facilities, solar plants and all those things, and building mega industrial area for them. As we are building markets, why can't you build an elaborate open place that can contain 1 million producers of shoe? That's how Vietnam, Pakistan, that's how it's done in those countries. The government deliberately empower some companies or empower some people to produce, and the government can be the uptaker that will help to export all those things. So, but the market is already there locally. We can actually make as much as money in the local market. So I don't know why we cannot take opportunity of this, because we are talking about not having much money. If you look at the moment, some people in the shops, in the markets are complaining of taxation and all those things. They are complaining that some of them are paying 30,000 a year for the government, to the government. But these shoes can actually give government more than enough. They don't even need to go to Abuja to source for this all this money, the handouts they are giving to them. Because these shoes alone, if government is having like percentage of 1,000 in each of these shoes, think about what this thing will do to the economy of the state, when the state will be producing millions or even billions of shoes, not just for the local market, but for exports. So these are what we are talking about. Up till now, nothing is happening. After Soludo has visited there, if they are very, very serious about this, like what you saw in Egypt, the Egyptian government called the people involved in power sector and other things and other economic activity, and said to them, what do they require? Immediately they told them what they require. The government within 2 months started doing their own thing, and things started changing. Since that time, you've seen what is happening in Egypt now. But you know, this political jamboree you know, and the photo opportunities. The government goes, they take opportunities. We are going to help these people. We want to know what's going on. Like Soludo did with the main market and business community in Onitsha. He told them, oh, I want to see your problem, how I can help you so that you can bring your partners to be producing in the state. But they all elaborated what they want. Up till now, nothing has happened. You have not had them opening up a large-scale place for them, which will not take the government more than 6 months to do. And say to them, okay, we are opening up this place. We are helping you to build the factories. We are helping you to build this. We are helping you to source for the power producers and other things. Within since almost 2 years now, nothing has happened. That's why most of them has not been able to bring their partners to the country. Because they can't, because the government is not actually leading the war in production activity. So that's what I'm saying to you. That supposing Soludo, after visiting that place, call the commissioner for industry, Dr. Christian Udechukwu, and mobilize all the people involved in power sector and the housing sector, as they did the government house, and start setting out that area for that can accommodate between 20,000 producers. Will be built like a factory line. I was watching one of the industry in Russia. The industry, the building alone spread up to 1 mile away. 1 mile away. Can't we just build something that is very, very big, and it will be high level, that will be very, very long, that can accommodate this type of production and make it cheaper for them, and the electricity will be provided at a very cheaper cost and steady power supply. This is not a rocket science, only that you look at the politicians, they talk a lot, but doing absolutely nothing. You know, you cannot produce anything without power, and you cannot produce anything if the government is not ready to partner with those producers. The government must help them in terms of sourcing finance, importation of those vital raw material. The government can say to them, okay, list what you want. The government will use their seal to import all those machineries into the country, so to avoid the bureaucracy of Nigerian customs. So these are things we need to do. But I'm telling you, anytime Soludo wake up from slumber on this sector alone, I'm talking about, there are many sectors, but talking about shoe production. The shoe production, that one alone will be giving Anambra State billions in revenue, billions of dollars in revenue. Even in local consumption, the Anambra State will be #1, and the state will have so much money to spend in building up the state from the money they are getting from partnering with these producers and internally generated revenue. It's not a rocket science, only that you need determined persons to do these things. You need people that are working with time, people that are not delaying, half asleep. You need people, determined governor. Anytime Soludo wake up from this slumber, I'm telling you, there will be massive influx of investors. There will be massive change in the state. I don't know what you think about that. We care in this channel for our homeland. That's why we're always proactive. We're always very, very determined and very, very aggressive in talking about all these things. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I am still Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. I love to see you in the next one. Have a wonderful time wherever you are, and God bless you. Bye.